Hi, JD here again, welcome back to the channel. A few months ago I purchased the Liquid Elements, what is it? LE1000 I think it's called. And this is a battery powered rotary and DA mini polisher. And I thought I would do a little on-camera review. I've used it a few times, but I've only done a very basic unboxing review, which I'll put a link up to here, just looking at my monitor. So I thought I'd do a bit of a real-time test. The kit comes with, as you'll see from the other video if you've seen it, it was only shot on my phone, so apologies for the poor quality. It comes with 2 rechargeable batteries, which means you can keep one charged all the time, so you've got continuous charging. And it enables you to basically use this. There is a cover here which I've missed off, I'll put that on in a minute, but essentially it enables you to use this as a rotary, which can be quite lethal, or it comes with 2 different adapters, which I'll show you when we get that far, to turn it into a DA with different throws. This is the smallest throw, and there's a bigger one which gives you an even bigger kind of throw for when you're using it in DA mode. Personally, I don't find it mega effective in DA mode. It'll be fine for refining, but I think the main purpose of this really, certainly for me, is to just do spot scratch removal. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So the different tools we're going to be using today is the Liquid Elements A1000, LE1000, something like that. Currently it's got its rotary bar on, which means it just runs in rotary. It's got a little 30mm backing plate, and I'm using Rupes 40mm spot pads. I've got a green, which is kind of their fairly aggressive pad. There is a blue pad, I don't know if everyone's used that, but I bought a blue pad. I've never dared use it because it's like a Brillo pad. So I'm going to use the Rupes green in rotary mode with some Koch Chemie H9, which is a heavy cut compound, and then we're going to refine it with the DA adapter with a yellow, kind of more soft Rupes yellow pad, and we're going to use Sonax Perfect Finish. I love this stuff. If you've never used it, absolutely brilliant. It refines so well. It's got a reasonable amount of cut as well, but it's kind of a, they're saying it's got a 4 out of 6 for cut and a 6 out of 6 for gloss. So it's a really good all-in-one, but also I'm going to use this in this case today as a finishing polish. So we're going to see how we get on. I'm going to do this totally in real time. I'm going to show you the scratch. So the scratch I've got, if I just, hopefully this will remain in place. Hopefully you can see it. So a few weeks ago, after I bought the Macan, I realised that around here there was a very tiny pin dent. So when it was in having its transfer case replaced, I don't know whether I'm off mic at the moment, so it might be sounding a little bit different. I had the transfer case replaced, and while they were there, they kindly agreed to have this very tiny pin dent taken out, which has done a super job, and you can't see it at all. But what I think you might be able to see on camera now is this is a little scratch here. Just looking on my monitor to make sure you can see it. It's just there, just got my light on it. There, you see. It's not very deep, but obviously something was done during the process of taking this pin dent out. So I want to see if I can get this out. And what you should find is in rotary mode, it should hopefully be fairly effective at taking the scratch out, but what it might then do, and what rotaries often will do, is introduce buffer trails and a bit of marring. So that's when we'll switch to the DA side of the mini polisher on a yellow pad with the Perfect Finish, just to refine the area. And I don't know whether you'll see it on camera, hopefully you will with this light on it, but you should start to see a little bit of marring up here that will then need to refine. So here's the mini polisher with the green pad. So let's just, close up on my chin there, let's just add a little bit of the old H9 onto the old pad. Like I say, this pad has seen better days, but we're just going to add a tiny, just 1p of product on there. And then what we're going to do first is, let's just zoom in again so you can see what we're doing. So first of all, there will be some powder that flies off this because I've used it before. So I'm just going to rub a little bit of the compound onto that scratch, and what I haven't shown you is, I don't think you can see this without me removing the camera. Can you, is it going to focus on there? Come on, focus. Let me just come out a minute. Just here, look, there is a speed control. So just for spreading it around, it goes up to 5 and it goes all the way down to 0. So I'm going to put it on about 2.5 just to spread it, and then we'll speed it up. Now with a rotary, as you know, what we're going to have to do is make sure that we don't do it for too often, because you will build up a lot of heat. So let's see how this performs. So just spreading it around. Annoyingly, because my pad is full of dust, it's firing product everywhere, as you can see, but we won't worry about that. So we've spreaded it. So now let's increase the speed up to about 4. And I'm just going to move backwards and forwards using the H9 and the green Rupes pad, and let's just see if it takes it out. Just checking for heat. That's fairly warm, but not too bad. That is quite hot now. So you can see how quickly you can burn the paint with the rotary. I can still see the scratches there. Just going to put a little bit more product on the pad. Just spread that around a little bit. Just drop it down to about 2 just to spread it. Speed it up to about 4. Now that's something I've noticed with this machine. Did you see how it stopped then? Now I don't know whether that's a safety feature to stop you burning your paint, or whether the battery's just not cut out to run for that long in rotary mode. It doesn't do it in DA mode, and if you look on here, when I run the machine, if I just put it onto 0, you can see somewhere, if I get this into shot, there are full battery lights still on. So I don't know whether it's a little safety feature, which would be nice if it was, but I don't know. Maybe someone out there can let me know. The scratch is nearly gone. Let's just give it another pass. Stopped again, you see. Nearly gone. That's looking good. Stopped again, interesting. Check for temperature. I can just see it under the light when I look below, but from the front it's actually nearly gone. Slightly. I don't know whether you can see it on camera. It looks like it's gone on camera, but it's slightly there. I don't want to take it too much further, because to the naked eye on normal viewings it's going to look fine, but we'll just give it one more little pass and then we'll go to the DA mode with perfect finish. So just a little spread again on a lower setting. As you can see, I'm just working on about a 3 or 4 inch square region there, up to 5. Oh, it's looking good now. It's almost gone. It's going to go once more. Stopped again. Really good. Tell you what, let's just get the old cloth and let's just give it a wipe down, see what we're dealing with. And I think you'll agree, well, I'll put a side by side on the edit to see what it did look like before we started, but that looks pretty good to me. Let's just get the torch. And I don't know whether we will see any marring that's been... Do you know what? It does actually look in this light. I'm just going to kill the main lights. Alexa, turn off lights. Let's just see if we can see anything without the main lights on. There's something. With the naked eye, I can't actually see any artifacts that have been introduced, but I know they'll be there. I'm sure they'll be. There's a tiny, can you see that on camera? There's a tiny line there. The scratch is still slightly visible, but I'm actually happy with that. I don't know whether we can see anything on camera. There's a tiny bit. Can you see that at all? Very good. Okay, Alexa, turn on lights. Tell you what we'll do now is I'll show you how on the machine polisher we can switch to the...
Sorry, I can't switch accounts until the user has signed the terms of use. Please visit the Alexa app.
Sorry, Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. Right, back in the room. So, let me just show you how we change this into a DA. Sorry, I know I keep looking at the monitor as well. So this is the machine, as you can see. So what we're going to do is literally just get our spanner, and it comes with this spanner, put it down the base, and we're just going to unscrew the rotary. Now what I must get for this is a rotary bar extension, because that would be really useful, because I still find that, you know, if you're trying to polish under mirrors and in very tight spots, this isn't long enough to get behind the mirror. So with an extension bar on, say 3 or 4 inches, it would make it even more useful. So anyway, that's the rotary bar taken off. We then need to take it off the backing plate. So I'll just show you this. So just taking that off there, look. There we go. So what we're now going to do is we're going to screw the DA bit on, and I don't know whether you can see this on camera, but it's kind of got a bit of a, if it's going to focus, kind of got a bit of an offset to enable it to kind of, you know, do a random orbit as well. So I'm going to screw that on here, look. That's all you do. It would be nice if it was a quick release head, like I know some of the Flex machines have, but it's half the price of the Flex. I'm going to screw this on, and now we are in DA mode. Okay, tighten that up. Other end of the spanner. There we go. Now, I don't think you can see this on camera. Let me try and run it. Can you see it's kind of, you can see it's it's wobbling, if you like, it's oscillating as well as being a rotary. If I slow it down, you might be able to see it even more. Yeah, there you go. You can see it's got quite a good throw on it, and it does come with 2 of these different throws. I'm going to put the yellow pad onto the backing plate. There we go. And then we're going to use the classic, my favourite, Sonax Perfect Finish. So again, same kind of idea, just a little pea-sized drop onto the pad. There we go. Is that going to focus? Probably not. Let's see how we get on with this. So, back onto the scratch. Zoom in again. There we go. Same kind of area, about 4 inches square, or 100 mil in new money. So let's rub this in on speed 2. It's a totally different action when you're using it as a DA. There's a lot more vibration than there is when you use it. Hell of a lot more vibration. If we now speed it up to about 5, 4.5, 5. Just make a couple of passes. Go. Let's have a look at this then. You know what? That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. There's a tiny remnant of it. But I think you'll find when we compare it with what it looked like before, it was, let me point out where it was there. What do we think? It's still a slight scratch, but it ain't bad at all. Let's just have a look how this is refined down. Alexa, turn off lights. It looks pretty good to me. Can you just see that there? But you can see how long I've been doing this for. I could go in and do it again. It's just there. Oh, that's good. That's really showing it there, look. I think that's showing it. That's really odd. I can't see it. When I look, actually, I think, is it there? See what I'm looking at anymore. There. I think it's there. Been out of focus. But it generally, certainly from below, look, that is looking pretty good. Alexa, turn on lights. So, I hope that was useful, folks. So like I say, that was the Liquid Elements A1000 machine with DA mode, yellow Rupes pad, Sonax Perfect Finish, and then to begin with we used it in rotary mode with Koch Chemie H901. I would say that the battery life is very good. I think I use this in combination with my 3-inch and 5-inch mains powered machines, and I did the whole of this car on one battery. Okay, so that was all the little spot bits all around the bumpers, the lights, the mirrors, you know, the edge of the roof, up the door pillars, was all with this on one battery. So I would say, it's the A1000, not the, what did I say, the LE1000? Liquid Elements A1000. I would say for £229, it's a real good machine. It's a good little machine compared with the, you know, what you will pay for a Flex. It does come with a cover. Let me just show you this cover. So what you should do normally is it's got this cover on. So if I just take off this backing plate, I can then fit on this cover. There we go. So that's what it normally looks like, and then we can put the old backing plate back on. There we go. Okay, so that's the Liquid Elements A1000 on a Porsche Macan, using a couple of different compounds, a couple of different Rupes spot pads. I hope that was useful. I'll be back at some point with another finance related video, but in the meantime, take care, stay safe and well. Let's obey this lockdown and we'll get through it together. And I just want to say a special mention to Captain Tom. Fantastic. What we on? £23 million, I think I last looked, and that was on Saturday, April the 18th. What an achievement. Fantastic, Captain Tom. Thanks a lot, and I'll see everyone soon. Take care.